The affirmative side of this debate stated the proposal, be it resolved, the United States Congress decrease funding to NASA by 50%. My colleagues and I agree that this is unnecessary and a step in the wrong direction. With the National Aeronautics and Space Administration being just 1/2 of 1% of the budget, the last thing they need is less money going to them. There is the evident argument that the United States of America is in debt, and we need to cut funding in order to get ourselves out of it. What you need to understand is that NASA is already a tiny portion of our budget. The sections and their respective percentages of the budget as of the fiscal year 2012 were defense, 24%, whose money goes to military and civil defense, veterans, military foreign aid, foreign economic aid, and R&D defense. Healthcare, 22%, which covers medical services, public health services, R&D health, and vendor payments for welfare. Pensions, 22%, which covers old age and sickness and disability. Welfare, 12%, which takes care of family and children, unemployment trusts, workers' compensation, housing, social exclusion and protection, and R&D social protection. Interest, 6%, which is public debt transactions. Other spending, 5%. Education, 4%. Transportation, 3%. Protection, 2%, including police services, law courts, prisons, fire protection services, and public order and safety, and general government making up 1%, as of US government spending. NASA is so small that it doesn't even have its own category. It is 1/10 of the other spending section. It is not logical to cut the funding to this impeccable group, which is NASA, because they do so much good for our nation, and they already have less funding than they need. Why would we decrease it still? We could cut so many other things, such as funding which goes to foreign military and economic aid, and have a greater impact on decreasing our debt. NASA is necessary for the growth of this country. We need to explore and understand and learn, and we simply cannot do this if NASA loses half of their already minuscule funding. NASA is not only good for our understanding and exploration of the universe, it is phenomenally important to our daily lives. In 2005, when the budget was $16 million, the United States economy benefited a recording $180 billion as of NASA. This means that roughly every dollar put into NASA came out as $10 put into our economy. Imagine what would happen to our already weak economy if all of that money were to be sliced in half because of the decrease in funding to this agency. In addition to our economy, NASA is incredibly helpful to businesses. According to NASA, 15 companies were studied, and each and every one of them received approximately $1.5 billion in benefits from a NASA research and development investment of $64 million. This means that if NASA were to be cut, they would be receiving a significantly smaller amount of money that they would have put into NASA's R&D, and this agency, which is such a huge portion of our society, would begin to plummet. Not only is this agency good for our economy, it's good for our people. NASA invents new technology called spin-offs, which are technologies made originally to assist NASA in missions, but they have been injected into society in order to provide benefits in many places, such as daily life, health and medicine, transportation, public safety, consumer goods, environment and energy, information technology, and industrial productivity. NASA has documented 1,800 spin-off technologies as of 2012. To name a few valuable contributions to our society, NASA has assisted in the creation of LEDs, infrared ear thermometers, prosthetic limbs, chemical detection, landmine removal, firefighter gear, fire-resistant reinforcement, temper foam, cordless portable vacuums, freeze-drying technology, the ability to harness solar energy, water purification, food safety systems, kidney dialysis machines, and CAT scanners via NASA spinoff. Imagine what else they can develop and what we will be preventing ourselves from having if we agree to cut their budget. In conclusion, cutting the budget of this agency would be detrimental to not only our technology, but our medical advancements, our businesses, and our economy.